Welcome to Xi Jinping Briefing. Assad seeks Xi's help to end Syria's isolation. Deutsche Welle. Syrian President Bashar Assad visited China last week, his first visit to the country since 2004. During his visit, Assad met with Chinese President Xi Jinping and attended the opening ceremony of the Asian Games. Xi announced the establishment of a strategic partnership between China and Syria, expressing China's willingness to support Syria in resisting foreign interference and preserving national independence. The visit could be a step towards further rehabilitating diplomatic connections for Assad, who has become increasingly isolated on the international stage. China has not directly supported the Assad regime in the Syrian civil war, but has provided significant support by using its veto power on the UN Security Council to block resolutions against Syria. China has also expressed interest in participating in the reconstruction of Syria, which could provide it with access to Mediterranean ports and open up new opportunities for its Belt and Road Initiative. Taiwan arms itself with an autonomous attack drone aimed at deterring Chinese invasion. Telegraph. Taiwan is developing an autonomous attack drone that can remain over its target before striking it, as it seeks to deter China from invading. The drone will be able to carry out both manual and autonomous attacks, potentially allowing it to select and strike a target without human intervention. Soldiers will also be able to change or stop its mission mid-flight if necessary. The drone, tentatively named Loitering Missile 2, is an upgrade on the Loitering Unmanned Aircraft Type 1, which was inspired by the US-made Switchblade 300. Taiwan is building up its stockpile of weapons amid worsening relations with China. US holds biggest underwater listening systems upgrades since Cold War and wants laser focus on China. Telegraph. The US is upgrading its secret underwater listening systems, known as the Integrated Undersea Surveillance System, IUSS, amid concerns about the growing threat of the Chinese Navy. The IUSS, which was first launched during the Cold War to track Soviet submarines, will deploy new underwater drones to monitor submarine activity and protect the US's undersea cable network. The US is also developing the Replicator program, which consists of autonomous drones designed to counter China's advantage in numbers. The upgrades are partly in response to China's recent acquisition of advanced naval technology and its expansion of naval operations in the Indo-Pacific region. Xi opens Hangzhou's Asian Games as ceremony depicts tide rising from Asia. South China Morning Post. Chinese President Xi Jinping officially opened the 2022 Asian Games in Hangzhou, China. The event, which was delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic, is expected to be the country's biggest sporting event in more than a decade, with nearly 12,000 athletes from 45 countries and territories competing across 40 sports. The opening ceremony showcased a blend of artistry and technology, highlighting China's commitment to being the biggest, greenest, and most innovative host of the Games. The event is also expected to have a positive economic impact and send a message of unity in Asia. Blasting bullhorns and water cannons, Chinese ships wall off the sea. New York Times. China's military presence is growing in the South China Sea, an area through which one-third of global ocean trade passes. China has fortified an archipelago of forward operating bases in waters that do not legally belong to it, confronting other vessels on the sea. The mounting Chinese military presence in waters that were long dominated by the US fleet is raising tensions between the two superpowers. The South China Sea is a stage for a contest in which neither side wants to betray weakness. The Chinese are ignoring the maritime rules of engagement and violating the good rules of conduct, according to Gregory B. Poling, the director of the Asia Maritime Transparency Initiative at the Center for Strategic and International Studies. Labour, you can trust us on defence. We are committed to NATO and US leadership. Telegraph. Members of the UK's Labour Party are seeking to strengthen connections with the US Democratic Party and the Biden administration ahead of the next general election. Shadow Foreign Secretary David Lammy and Shadow Defense Secretary John Healey recently visited Washington, D.C., to promote a new Labour foreign and defense policy. The trip aimed to demonstrate the party's commitment to the transatlantic relationship and its support for the US and UK's supply of arms and aid to Ukraine. The visit followed a series of announcements aligning Labour policies with those of the Biden administration, including a pledge to launch a major funding program for decarbonization technology. 12,000 athletes and a lotus-shaped mega stadium. The Asian Games comes to China. CNN. China's President Xi Jinping will officially open the Asian Games in Hangzhou at the city's iconic lotus-shaped mega stadium. The stadium, known as the Big Lotus, features a roof made up of 28 large and 27 smaller petal-shaped structures and can hold 80,000 people. The Asian Games, the largest ever, will see over 12,000 athletes from 45 countries participate. The opening ceremony will feature digital fireworks instead of traditional fireworks to promote environmental responsibility. Hangzhou, home to Alibaba, will showcase cutting-edge technologies such as cloud computing and artificial intelligence during the games. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.